welcome back to Age of Wonders 4 as the Halfling Hunters. So you can see down here that we've got our capital city Helden. Just going to add a 00 to this to make it a little bit more realistic. So we've got Helden, that's housing currently 1100 Halflings. And they're all living in our capital city here at the foot of this mountain range. And you can see that we've expanded incredibly well. That's because our leader here of the Halfling Hunters, his name is Warren Lordfield, and he's actually the Lord of Crops. Because we're feudal, each of our feudal lords can choose a specialisation, and it just so happens that Warren Lordfield is the Lord of Crops. So thanks to his support and his experience, we've managed to expand very quickly indeed on the east of the city here. You can see that because of the number of mines, we've been able to set up quarries, so we're doing very well with gold and iron. To the west, we've expanded into the plains and we've set up farms. We've also got a herbalist here who's giving us, who's brewing up some potions, so you can see she's helping out with our mana. And also she's doing incredibly well by and helping us out with food as well. Being the Halfling Hunters, our specializations are mainly around exploring ancient ruins. So unlike ordinary Halflings, who tend to be quite elusive, although of course that is one of our traits here as a Halfling, but unlike ordinary Halflings, we actually venture out looking for quests and adventures. And so one of the things we do is we like to go looking for ancient wonders, and as a result, if we manage to capture them and bring them into our territory, then we get a massive bonus of 20% to production. So that's what we've done with the Contender Ruins, and as a result we've managed to get hold of some of these ogres that tend to venture in the depths of these ruins, and now and again we can coax them out to fight on our front lines. And we've done just that with one of our armies down here. I can't remember which one it is. It's not that one. Here it is. So this army here, led by one of our heroes, Bluebell Lamplighter, is actually hosting two of these ogres from the ruins on our front lines. We've also got this one here, which is an Entwined Thrall. This is a spell that we cast, and you can see that currently that is a veteran, and that's only the second. It sounds pretty good, but it's actually only the second rank up. I'm actually hoping to get that all the way to legend, so that we can turn that into an Entwined Protector, because then we've got massive amounts of health, massive amounts of defense, and also a fantastic AoE heal. So I'm really hoping to get Entwined Protector, so we need to protect that when we're having fights. So yes, anyway, just to recap what we've done, we've expanded to the west here, we've built up some farmland, we've got a herbalist. To the north, we've brought in the Contender Ruins. So we've done really well at expanding our capital, due to the fact that we are feudal, and our leader is the Lord of Crops. Just beyond the northeast border, we've set up a new outpost called Abbeyvale, and this is our first outpost that we've set up, although we are actually expecting our current, I'm not sure if they are a vassal yet. Well, yes, I guess they are. They're a vassal city, so I'm expecting to bring them in, which means we'll have two nice little cities, northeast and southwest. At the moment, you can see on the diplomacy screen, we have met one other player. We've got quite a few players in this. It's a large map, so you can see where we are if I zoom out. So it's a large map, we've barely explored it, but we've already bumped into one of the other rulers on this map, and it's not looking good, because it's not the kind of ruler that I think is going to like us. He's a deceptive spy, he's got a huge amount of shadow affinity, so he's a deceptive spy, and he likes empires that break treaties, that are weak in research. Well, that's not us. We've got pretty good research, and being halflings, we're not really evil, so yeah, we're probably not going to get on very well. The first thing I'm going to do at the moment is consider where we're going to expand to. I had made a previous mistake in the previous stream. I was assuming that we get a massive boost in knowledge and gold by having our outposts border our capital city, but of course, being the Halfling Hunters, we are feudal. We're not high, and I believe it's high that gives you the that bonus to having all of your outposts and vassal cities sort of bordering on, so we're not really going to get any bonuses for that at all, but regardless, that's fine. We've got one outpost here, and I am going to build some more around here as well. So let's have a look. Where are we going to expand? I have been expanding north because we can get bonuses to mana. You can see mana at the minute is not massive, it's only 32. We're probably going to want a bit more of that. So we will expand north, possibly here. In fact, let's just do that. We'll get a conduit. Meeting the curious gore pit. So Chiefess Mar Gordringer of the Free City of Gorpit greets you with some curiosity. Legendary Warren Lordfield, that's my leader's name. It's a crap name, I should have changed that, but I didn't. It is rare for Gorpit to meet an ascended champion like you. Nevertheless, we ask that you respect the territory and independence of Gorpit. Give the mortal Mar Gordringer one of your Whispering Stones to start negotiations. So let's take a look at this. So they are underground. And they're goblins, and being goblins they have animal kinship. This is going to be awkward, isn't it? And no, it's not going to let me mouse over it. It does that sometimes. Oh, there we go. So they've got animal kinship, but we also have the Tomb of Beasts, and we also have the Tomb of Roots, because being halflings, we're very much about nature, so I figured they would be the obvious choices. So we've got a huge amount of nature affinity. So they do extra damage and extra critical hit chance when adjacent to friendly animal units, so they would probably be a very good addition to our side. They're very sneaky, so they get lots of flank attack damage, and halflings don't typically live underground. They live in the lush sort of trees and forests and plains, and so I think it would be a good idea to have goblins on side. They're barbarians. I think that actually means that they may be, no, they're not naturally evil. So they have food and draft, so we can get a lot of them out. They'll expand quite quickly, just like we do. They have savage strike and critical hit, so they do blight damage. Friendly units sent to the outpost will restore 50. So actually I think they'll be a pretty good, I think I will give them a Whispering, I don't actually have a Whispering Stone to give them yet. But I do. Now let's have a quick look up here, because I might actually be able to get another Whispering Stone. Yeah, I do have enough Imperium to... Oh, you can only use that once, so no, I unfortunately can't do that. If we have a look at Diplomacy, Free Cities, we can see that we've currently got Greenhold, which is the Mucus Lordlings, very attractive, and they actually have one of my... They're underground as well, they have one of my Whispering Stones. Now, just quickly, where do we see... So they're also followers of nature. That's the leader. So let's have a look. Underground adaptation. So they also have underground adaptation. They're hardy, so they make good frontline troops. Resilient. They're feudal as well. Now they are merciless slavers, so they don't really fit with us. I didn't have another choice, so I did give them that. But I think I'll actually withdraw that. I think I'll give that to Gorpit instead. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll give them that, and hopefully we'll be able to acquire them into to our kingdom. They can rule the underworld, which is where, well, the underground, which is where I think they'd be most happy. So the first things I'm going to be doing here is we've got a couple of armies down here. We've just finished a battle wiping out an infestation, and that was actually also a quest for Thistledown, so that means that they like us even more. So we are a little bit beaten up, but we are going to venture forward to this small monster den and wipe them out as well, because we don't really want any kind of infestation hanging around where we're going to be settling, which means that once we've finished with that, we are going to be heading east to the haunted graveyard and getting rid of that as well. And the goal here really is just to get these troops as highly experienced as possible. We've got a scout here, and he's the one that's leading the charge, so if we were going to attack there, we'd need to have these quite close, so let's pull these in to about there. Let's just double check. She just needs to be, this army just needs to be one further, which you can't get to. Is that inside? Yes it is, so I could actually start that now. It's a low risk battle. Actually he's not with, oh, let's do that again, I'm messing this up. The scout can't reach now anyway, so let's just pull the scout up, and he's going to instigate that battle the next turn. Nature is seldom good or evil. It's hungry, territorial, protective of its young. Nests and dens such as these are home to various beasts of the wild whose natural ferocity and power of tooth, claw or beak may prove more than a match for the sharpest of steel. And we'll see about that. So let's just end the turn for now. Yeah, zooming out, you can see that we don't have... we're probably going to want to venture north. I'm quite a defensive player, so I think I probably am going to venture north and see if we can just secure this corner of the map. I've got no doubt whatsoever that there's going to be somebody else up here, so it may even take us to war, but we'll see how that plays out. So let's take a look what's happened. So free city can be integrated. Well, that sounds pretty good. We've got a cap of 3 and we've got a space for 1 more, and it's going to be Thistledown. Thistledown is also halfling hunters, so there isn't going to be any sort of diversity of our species or anything like that within the kingdom. We're just going to have halfling hunters for now. I assumed integrate city, so that's going to cost 300. We've got more than enough Imperium, so I could actually do that. I'm not sure what the benefits of that would be at the moment. I'll think about that in just a tick. There's a bounty here, a small monster den. I've got a feeling that they're talking about this. So it seems as if viability poor. Not really. Select the bounty target and say, this is to create a bounty. I don't really want to do that. Our spells, I could actually get another thrall in here. The upkeep cost of that would be 8 mana. Well, thanks to our herbalist, she's producing lots of potions and she's boosting our mana a little bit. So I could actually bring in another one of those because again, I could try and get that up to protector. Blight blades. Now we've just managed to research that, so I'm going to get that as well. And we're going to research something else. So Marcus Prey. So we're doing the Tomb of Beasts at the moment, which means we're going to be getting more animalistic. So Marcus Prey becomes distracted. That's a debuff spell. Yeah, so all attacks are flanking attacks. We are hunters, so we're quite good with the ranged attacks at the moment. A buff spell, friendly animal and cavalry units in a 1 hex radius get bolstered defense. I'll probably go with Marcus Prey. Yeah, because we are hunters and we do get bonuses to ranged attacks, I believe. We can now set something else up. We've got quite a few bolstered. I think we'll probably go with mana because we are just about to... I'm not expecting any incursions or attacks just yet, otherwise maybe I would have gone for the stone walls. You can see that our production is quite... productivity is quite high. Let's go for the monolith. We could also even go for a mage's guild right after that, but we'll just wait and see. Yeah, we've just researched that, of course, and we're going to cast that soon. So let's go for our first little battle. So we'll bring in the scout, and hopefully this will go well. Just as a little caveat, if you've just come across this stream, I'm not very good. So even though that's at a safe battle, there's no guarantee I'm not going to lose half a dozen. Well, that might be an exaggeration, but I'm certainly not guaranteed not to lose any. Probably going to lose 1. Plus, because we're halfling hunters, we don't have massive amounts of frontline troops. That's why, as the halfling hunters, we do try to secure ancient ruins, so that we can actually coax the monsters within to come out and fight for us. That said, Bluebell Lamplighter is pretty tough. But I don't think she's meant to be a frontline troop. No, she's not got a massive amount of health or defense, so she's not meant to be frontline, but she can do a lot of damage if she needs to. There's our entwined thrall. So again, we want to try and protect them. We don't want them dying. Let's try and bring the troops relatively close together. Warren Lordfield himself, a decent amount of health, not a massive amount. Same, really, he's a halfling, so they're not meant to be frontline troops. We don't have to worry about going round or skirting around other troops that we've got, because we do have what is it called again? I forget now. we don't step on each other's toes, basically. Let's just skip past that. Yeah, we don't lose movement points because we're so small. Alright, we've got skirmishers, so they like to do little flank attacks and things like that. This skirmisher is clearly gonna need protecting, so I think I'm gonna pull him all the way back. How far can this wolf go? Pretty far. Let's just pull him all the way back. Who have we got to go toe to toe? We're probably gonna send Lordfield straight in. Our ogres are pretty meaty, although you know what, they're not really that good either. Look at the state of the defense, not much health either, so to be honest, the ogres no, they're not really as good as I'd hoped. Let's pull them here and we'll bring our scout round. We're going to make this wolf work for it a little bit. We're going to pull back here, pull these little troops back as well. He's going to get some decent charge damage, but he hasn't got the range for it. He has the Inferno pup. He's going to come up and hit one of these, so we'll keep a skirmisher nearby just to make sure. Remember, we are feudal, so we benefit greatly by having people stood together. We do much more damage that way. So yeah, Lordfield there, he can be attacked by this wolf. The skirmisher I'm going to pull back, and I think I'll pull him back as well. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's make them come to us. I speak very confidently, but like I say, not very good at this, so we'll see how I get on. Yeah, so that ogre, they sound tough, don't they? But not a lot of health. They can be taken out quite quickly. Hopefully they've got regeneration though. No, they don't. You'd have thought they would have had natural regeneration being ogres. So anyway, the AI in this game tends to just do damage whenever it can. It doesn't tend to think about it too much, and it should. This wolf now has got his back to us, so, you know, inevitably he's going to take a lot of damage. If we were to go... What range have we got on that? That's 4, so if we went to here, we can do some damage there. I want to try and get everybody involved so that we can maximise experience. 65% here. Don't really want to waste another one of my movement points, so I'll just do 2 attacks from here. I couldn't tell if that was hitting my troops there, which would have been a bit annoying. Yeah, let's move forward. I want to get the 90%. I also don't want to kill them too quickly because I do want to try and get everybody having a go. Pull them forward. Almost looks like the ogre's getting hit in there, but I don't think he is. A little bit of experience for the thrall, get them up to protector. Let's get the scout in for some of this action. Now, I'm basically wasting all of my turns on this wolf, but I'm hoping that I don't actually live to regret that. I am going to move our lord in pretty close. He can finish him off, actually. Not really sure what happened there. I wasn't really expecting... Oh, that must have just been... Yeah, he's dead anyway, but that must have just been a defensive thing that the wolf has on melee attacks. Alright, let's do a ranged attack. Let's pull you in close and do a ranged attack. Now, this ogre is a bit of a drinker, a bit of an alcoholic, so he can down this. He'll lose a go. I think I'll push him right up. And let's have a drink. So hopefully the young caustic wormy, hopefully they're not going to risk... in fact, I can't reach anybody anyway thanks to our ogre blocking his path there. So he's going to have to hit him, and he's probably going to hit him pretty hard, I would imagine. This ogre, I don't think we're going to get that yet. No, it's only 22%. The lower his health, the more chance that's gonna work. So let's see if we can... What I might do is just pull him round here and just do a sort of bolstered defense. I seem to have lost our hero character. Where's she gone? That's the Oh, there she is. They're sort of hidden away. See how much damage she does. She's pretty good, actually. So let's see if this would work now. 76% chance, and it would heal him as well. So let's have a go and see if we get lucky. We do. I think that's pretty much the end of our turn. Now I could actually cast a spell. We've only got a little bit of mana, so I won't bother, but Called Glory increases morale and puts strengthened, and that would be beneficial on him, but I'm not going to waste any mana. I mean, he does do a lot of damage, but it is one of these sort of berserker. What are they called? Are they called berserkers? I don't think they are called. Shock units. So they only do one attack, thankfully, and because he's so close to you couldn't really get the charge either, so... Right, let's do some damage with this ogre so he gets experience. I mean, he is taking a hell of a lot of damage. I think what I'll do is... I can't remember since the last game. I know he can... I'll tell you what, we'll pull him up here. We'll do a heal. Now, I could have potentially healed him as well, actually, but I didn't, so... Right, I think we can probably just finish this now rather than messing about. I'll get a flank attack in with our hero. And I want to get... If I can get the killing blow... No, I can't, so let's just see if we can lower the damage... take a bit more damage off him. A health off him, I should say, not damage off him. It would be nice... Oh, of course, yeah, Halflings have that bonus where they can just zip around the battlefield without getting blocked. Unfortunately, our Entwined Thrall can't, so I've kind of messed that up. That's a 25% chance of a hit. I think we're probably going to drag this out for another round. But I will skip the turn a little bit more quickly by right-clicking. I could just finish it now, couldn't I? Let's just do that so it's not boring to watch. So we've got a couple of promotions. We've got a promotion on our Snow Spirit. Now the Snow Spirit, he's a veteran, relatively low rank, but when he does get up to Snow Spirit, he's going to be pretty powerful. So again, it's important to keep him alive, and of course our hero has just leveled up as well. What have we got? We've got a Retributive Defender, so that gives us... well, all it does, it reflects damage, which is pretty nice, actually. And we've got a nice bonus to that, and Sniping Frostbringer. Don't know if we've got any... let's take them, obviously. And let's just have a quick look. We have to upgrade... let's have a look. Bluebell Lamplighter. Now, she is pretty good up front with that halberd, so I'm not sure I want to take that offer and replace it with the Sniping Frostbringer just yet. She can't mount anything because of course it's massive, that, and so she can't actually mount anything. She's got 3 in Warfare, nothing in Battle Magic of course, and not much in Support either. Undying Loyalty, so that would target friendly unit. She's not much in the way of helping out her fellow Halfling. She's much happier just getting thrown into battle. First strike and an additional 20%, that would be good, and we'll throw her into the front line. We'll get her defences right up as well. You can see that she's got this Visions of War, so... Ah yes, this was one of the things that was a bit stupid. I tried to use this, but I'm sure it told me I couldn't use it because I was in the enemy's area of control, zone of control, so it kind of makes it pointless, but maybe that was just the particular enemy that I was facing at that time. Let's see what else we got. We got some maps down here. Our scout usually is the one that does the walking for us, so he can't actually reach there at the moment though, so we'll send her down there just to see what's going on now. Star Spire, so we've got a new... So who are they? Can I click on them at all? Not yet, because they're still in the fog of war, but we'll go down there and we'll see who they are. We'll greet them. Pull ourselves back across here. Now I think I will actually integrate these. Once integrated, the special units of this city remain available through the Rally of Lieges, and the city keeps contributing recruitment points, so there's not really anything to be concerned about. Thistledown joins your empire. The Halfling hunters of Thistledown have to accept you as their king and welcome a new age under your government. From this day onward, you direct Thistledown's development. Its halfling hunters merrily produce whatever you request and sell in the provinces you prefer. You may assign one of your heroes as its governor to change the effectiveness of your resource production. Lastly, the city depends on you to defend bountiful Thistledown when pillagers appear. The halfling hunters of Thistledown gather to dutifully hear the first orders of their new king. Yeah, so we're basically just saying, like, you know, either I'm going to control them directly or I'm going to have it automated. I think I'm going to control them directly for the time being. They're not very happy at the moment. In fact, they're fuming. Because they've been expanding and they've not really been focusing on making their citizens happy. So a tavern seems like a no-brainer to begin with. It's already boosted, so we don't need to worry about anything like that. What can they produce? So yes, let's see. There's a reason that they can get these. In fact, can I get these in my capital city? Oh yeah, I can anyway. That's because we now have the Tomb of Beasts, so we can actually start breeding animals to fight for us as well, which is a very good idea, because as I say, we're halflings. We don't really have frontline troops, and we are hunters, and it's typical that hunters would send an animal in for the kill first. So we've got razorbacks, we've got the wild speaker now, thanks to our Tomb of Beasts as well. So I think it might be a good idea to bring in a wild speaker, actually, because they do get conjure animals, so that means I don't even need to recruit an animal, they'll just conjure one. And it also gets killing momentum, which is obviously brilliant as well. So I think I will actually bring in a wild speaker. Their draft is 40, so it's not very good. Our draft is 89, so it just makes far more sense to to recruit our wild speaker back in our capital. Oh, right, we've met somebody else, and it doesn't sound good again, since it's begun with a threat. Another ruler comes to threaten my empire. Just stay out of my... Or rather, she thinks I'm threatening her empire. Just stay out of my way and I will stay out of yours. So already we're off to a bit of a bad start. Relations minus 325. She's hugely... I mean, these are dwarves, so yeah, they're hugely into their materials. I could send... You know, it's not really worth it. I think I'll just say goodbye. I don't think I'll respond at all, to be honest. We've integrated our free city, so we've peaked now. We've maximised. I can't remember if that said we had another one. I wouldn't mind being able to get another hero so that we could actually. In fact, we're probably going to get Jada Lamplighter is now. So this was the leader of the... But we've got our cap, unfortunately, so I'll have to wait and see when our hero cap levels up. Does it tell us increase now for 30? But it's going to increase next turn anyway, so I don't even need to worry about that. We've now got Archon Blood, and Archon Blood allows us to cast more spells, so it actually helps our spell casting. And I'm not sure how helpful that's going to be, because we don't actually have a lot of magic casters at the moment. We can expand again because our capital city is just massively productive in terms of growth. Like I say, I would like to venture north. Should we get a... Let's get a research post. We have got some sort of potential... Well, I was going to try and sort of make it a bit more exciting there by say potential incursions, but obviously with the black flags here, they're not really going to do anything. But I will go up there and clear it anyway, ready for our expansion efforts. There is another city down here, so I might actually send a scout. We've got a scout here. They've all used their movement for this turn. We are going to venture this way now because we've got another infestation to clear out to the east, but our scout is going to actually travel southwest to send a sort of formal ambassador, I should say, to greet the city. We should have our entwined thrall ready to cast. In fact, have I missed that? The Taste of Friendship. So this is our new goblin city in the Underdark. Mixing up a little Baldur's Gate 3 there. During diplomatic negotiations, Chiefess Margot, drinker of Gorpit, sends you a bottle filled with an unknown substance. O King Warren Lordfield, we raging goblins feel blessed by your presence. In anticipation of our new pact, we had this small gift sent to you. She holds up a glass. In our culture, we share this drink when we forge a bond. She takes a sip and coughs heavily, waiting for you to return a gesture. You open the bottle and feel nauseous from the smell alone. Is your relation with Gorpit truly worth this? Right, well, one of the other things, I think we do heal relatively quickly, so I could do that. Oh, look at this, because we actually have nature affinity. We're actually quite strong with nature, so we probably recognise this. Attempt to render the foul drink harmless. 4 strength from the nature affinity check, 80% chance of success. Is speechless with awe. She gains 18 sort of relations with us. There's only a 20% chance that I'll fail this. I won't die, and oh, well, you know, either way it's not really going to make a difference, so let's go for it. So I'm either going to have oh, well, there you go. It was an 80% chance. She's speechless with awe, and they really like us now. Our province is being pillaged. Well, that's why it's important for us to get over there as quickly as possible. It's going to take 2 turns, unfortunately. It's going to take longer than 2 turns for me to get back there. So we are unfortunately going to be pillaged. I'm tempted just to go... Well, tell you what, let's stick to the track. Makes sense. We'll take the track back to our capital city. It is going to be pillaged. That's my fault. I should really leave a garrison there at all times. Let's send our scout through the forest. And what else have we got? Negotiations are increasing. Pact of cooperation. So, yeah, that's pretty good. With the goblins, respond to the heroes offered to join. So yes, we do have that extra cap. It makes sense to bring in Jada Lamplighter, and it would make sense that she regains her position as the governor of her city. But let's have a look and see what she has. So she is a melee fighter, so she would be she's got a lot of resistance, but we do need to work on her defensive skills, so we'll get her straight into the armory and get her trained up. She can sprint. I don't think that's particularly useful, or it could be to do flank attacks, perhaps, but we don't really get bonuses to... What's this? Attacks have a base 60% chance of inflicting distracted, so that would be pretty good actually, because if they are distracted, every attack is a flank attack. So actually that sprint would be incredibly good. Warding bond, damage sustained by the target friendly unit is transferred to this unit. She has a lot of health, so that would potentially be good. Quick reflexes. So yeah, I think she is definitely a good contender. Who else have we got? We haven't got any casters yet. And he is a casting adept. I think if I was going to get a melee, it would definitely be the first one. Animal kinship. So we've got goblins, of course. We can now bring in goblins. These raging goblins are pretty good as well. He's a gifted caster as well. Mass rejuvenation there, so you can heal. Bolstered strike. Restoration, so again he can do a heal. We've got a hero here from the lands of the Mucus Lordlings. Draining Blade. We've got a lot of choices. I think to make this simpler, I'm just going to do the right thing. I'm going to give her a position, plus she's free. Are the others free? No, they're not. So she is free. So a bit of a no-brainer there. And she's going to be the governor of her old city. So there we go. Jada Lamplighter. Wonder if they're any relation. Maybe. They do look alike. So there we go. Thistledown. So currently building a tavern. Not very good draft at the moment. So is there anything around here? The quarry is production. Good mine income. I'm not gonna expand, or maybe I should. Let's set that phone on silent for a start. So yeah, maybe I should sorry about this. Get that on silent. Yeah, maybe I should expand. Well, oh, look at this. We've got another infestation to the northwest, so that's going to be important to sort out. We could continue with production and food by building a forester. Oh, I'll tell you what, the herbalist here benefits from being adjacent to forests. So let's get that, and that herbalist hasn't benefited at all. So that's a lesson learned for me there. So it goes to show that I believe that the herbalist only benefits from forests within the city borders, if I've understood that correctly, which is a bit silly. At the end of the day, it's still our territory. Right, let's have a look. We've got some expansion to do. Cities may expand to provinces located even further away. So that makes immediately summon a spirit wolf. Don't need to worry about that. Destroying infestation or conquering a free city grants a stacking relation to all free cities. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? I might do that, you know. I've already got it, you know, so I definitely need to be able to identify things I've got and haven't got as well. What's this over here? Military engineering. Outposts cost less gold. This one down here, your units and cities have a further vision. I don't think I'm going to use any just yet. We'll just leave it there for now. We've produced our workshop up here in our new outpost. Our draft is not very good, so I'd be tempted to get a blacksmith, but to get a blacksmith we need 2 quarries. We currently have 1. So when can we expand? Next turn we can get another quarry, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's get a blacksmith. Having said that, our clergy commons gives us our mana and gold is incredibly low. No, let's go for a blacksmith, because I may want to recruit there as well. So we'll go for a blacksmith, and when it expands next turn, we need to remember to get a quarry. Alright, day 27 dawns. We can now cast our blight blades, and the people benefiting from this, so our augurs are going to be able to do that. We've also got our entwined thralls, we've got our spirit. So when these creatures join us, we basically, as a standard practice, poison their weapons. Helden produced the Wild Speaker, so that's going to be a fantastic addition. Now obviously I can't do anything with him yet. It would be nice to get straight in there and try and put an end to that. It's a shame that the garrison, in fact, unlike Planetfall, you don't actually have a garrison, if I understood this correctly. Don't think there is a garrison, is there, in there? So because it would be nice if I could go and attack them and the garrison helps me, given the fact that it's within the domain, but unfortunately we don't have anything like that. So I'm gonna have to pull these over. So they're now back within my domain, but unfortunately we're gonna have to repair that. Obviously we're left relatively undefended down here, and we are well, not surrounded, we do have a small monster den up there, so it would make sense to try and recruit down here as well. It's not, even though we don't have a lot of draft, it's not going to be a massive wait. It is 4 turns for anything like this, but what else have we got? We've got a bannerman, we've got a defender. Defender isn't bad. There's a lot of upkeep, but I think we've got that. I think we've got better frontline troops, to be honest. Let's get a bannerman and a wild speaker, and we'll just queue them up there. That's taken quite a lot of gold. I can't recall, I don't think that recruiting here gives them any particular bonus over other places. We said we were going to get a quarry, didn't we? And we can't. We can't get a quarry. I would have thought you could get a quarry here since there is a mine. But apparently not. Yeah, I assumed I was going to be able to build one there, but apparently not. I also want to... we are the Halfling Hunters. We like ancient wonders. We like exploring. And so the Reaper's Hollow here is definitely something I want to go and venture into. And as a result, we can cast some... we can have our spellcasters, as few as we have. We can have them start to summon corrupted souls as soon as we capture Reaper's Hollow. A sinister necropolis crafted by the ancient Shadrai. Its tunnels and burial chambers seem to expand almost as if they are alive and seek to accommodate any new inhabitants throughout the ages. This tomb doesn't merely hunger for the bodies of the dead, it yearns to feast upon their very souls. Souls are the eternal astral manifestations of the living beings. Yeah, so we've got them there, but I don't know if that actually necessarily... Oh yeah, we do get a +1 soul as well if we have that, which is not that useful to us given the fact that we're not really necromancers or evil people, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yes, we're not really going to be able to boost that blacksmith just yet. And so, given that new information, I think I'm going to build the commons and I'm going to push that ahead of the blacksmith. Alright, so yes, there's no way that I can do that now, so I'm just actually going to have him wait there until we can reinforce. Our scout can cross the river. Now there's a bridge there with something we can explore, so I'll probably backtrack a little bit to collect them before making my way down to the city, or that mysterious city in the fog. They've actually decided to come up and pillage even further, so this is definitely a priority. Meeting productive Silverwall. So we've met another free city. Guild Mistress Wenzel Silvermoor of the Free City of Silverwall addresses you with a professional formality. A professional formality for a rat. A new potential business partner. It is fantastic to make your acquaintance. We're in Lordfield. I know that if we cooperate, Silverwall can help you build great things or destroy them. Give Wenzel Silvermoor one of your Whispering Stones to start negotiations. Let's have a little look at these. Right, okay, so it's a shame that they've programmed it this way, that, you know, this will pop up before I have a chance to look at the Free City. So we were also meeting spine-chilling Gulmok, or Nulmok. Baron Belmore Elskulok, whatever, of the Free City of Gulmok, greets you with a nefarious sneer. Salutations, great and powerful warrior, blah 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 blah. Give them a Whispering Stone. Let's have a look at this one. So they are not... okay, so I was actually going to secure this northeastern corner, and I might still be able to do that, but they are evil, so I've got a feeling I'm actually going to have to conquer them. Now, if I do conquer them, they are humanoids. There's an unusual number of animal kinship people kicking around on this map. This is a little bit annoying. Bollocks. I'll just look at it from here. So, yep, they've already advanced their study of, you know, beasts or whatever it might be, the leaves, because they've got leaf skin, animal kinship. They are dark culture. So if I wanted to... No, I wasn't fast enough. I wanted to see what that dark culture does. Ancient wise ones, experienced seafarers. We don't have a lot of ocean on this map. But they are ancient wise ones, so they do focus on magic by the sounds of it. They're adaptable, which means that they have... Oh my god, would you just stay on? There we go, adaptable. So they gain experience quite quickly, which is always good. Defensive tactics up, they're human, so they have this. Fast recuperation. Dark I wonder if I could change that culture. Maybe I could gradually get them to accept my culture instead. A random skill from the tomb is unlocked, so it's to do with knowledge, not magic casting as it happens. And yeah, so I think they would be quite good as well. So because I actually brought in, you know what, I'm going to give them the Whispering Stone, and I wonder if I can... I may have to conquer them, but we'll see, we'll see. But yes, they are just up the road. Let's have a look. So yes, first things first, we need to take care of this incursion into our lands, and then we're going to send our armies to root out where they came from and crush that nest. A friendship with you has been declared. Yeah, so as I say, he's a deceptive spy and he's a shadow affinity type of guy. I wouldn't have thought we're going to be very good friends, but he has declared a friendship. He's got arcanium ore, so he can recruit more cheaply. You ask for... So does this mean that he would lose it? Oh, didn't mean to do that whatsoever. I guess it doesn't matter, because 8 gold we can afford it. I didn't mean to do that. I need to get used to those controls. Pact of loyalty with our goblins in the south, in the underground there, so they are now vassals. I could boost it. No, there's no point. We're getting on quite well with them, so that's fine. We've got the arcanium ore now, so this is going to reduce the cost of recruiting units, so that's pretty good. What did that say? Unlocks infusions in the item forge. Right, okay, yeah, that's pretty good to have, but we don't have an item forge yet, so it's not really that useful for us. Thistledown produced the tavern, so they have become mildly content, but I think we could maybe... It's already boosted the bathhouse, so let's make them even happier than that. We need to get everybody happy for being part of our kingdom again. We've got a forest to the east, which we could start producing. You know, if we got a forester, that would allow us to get food and wood. I think first and foremost, knowledge would be good. We don't have a lot of knowledge, and it just happens that in the southeast we do have access to a research post. So we've got Archon Blood down here, which we've actually just... I think we've got 2 lots of them now. Yeah, we've acquired Archon Blood again, so we've got 2 of them now. Is there a stacking buff or something like that? I don't think there is there? No. No. If you've got 1, yeah, if you've got 2 or 3 or whatever, it doesn't make any difference. So we've got our Marker's Prey, so that's a debuff spell we can use in battle. Let's see what else we can have our scholars research. So as I say, we are beasts, and what's the other one we've got? Beasts and roots, because obviously it's halflings, that's what you would expect. But we do need to pick another one now. So what are we going to have now? If we were to continue on this path of nature, then we could get you know, fertility or glades. Glades is a good one as well for leaf skin, but I think we probably will venture to the northeast, and if we do venture to the northeast and get those humans into our kingdom, they've already got leaf skin and things like that. Glade Runner. So Halfling Hunters, of course, means that we have... I don't think they benefit from any of that other than stand together. The only thing that they'll get from us is stand together, but Tracker's Mark... Shoot bow. I feel like venturing... Oh, look at that. Instead of summoning just the Entwined Thrall, we'll actually be able to summon an Entwined Protector, and we'll finally have an incredibly strong frontline troop. The problem, I mean, it's not a problem, but I have already recruited Entwined Thralls, and I've been trying to get them up to Legendary. It would defeat the object if I just got this one. Aspect of the Root. Unit enchantment, so that allows us to heal 30 temporary hit points and enter defense mode. I mean, obviously this would be a bit of a no-brainer, but let's just see what else we've got. It doesn't make any sense to go down a religious path. We're not evil. These are generally sort of balanced, these ones, aren't they? Summoning and scrying, I think. Scrying would be useful because remember there are about 8 other players on this map. It is a large map and we haven't met them yet. So it might be useful to sort of scry an enemy army, or at least another player's army, and just let them sort of scout for us, really. It doesn't make sense, really. We've got to stick to the RPG here. We are halfling hunters. We venture through ancient ruins. I don't think summoning, maybe if we, because we venture into ancient ruins and sort of explore, maybe we do summon things from those places. We'd get a summoning well, which increases our mana and knowledge. We'd gain extra spell casting, but we don't have a lot of spell casters. Even if you think sort of Lord of the Rings-ish, you know, the halflings didn't really do a lot of spell casting. It was the elves and things like that, wasn't it? Revelry as halflings, do you think they would do that? No, siege projects and things like that, I don't think so. Dwarves would be building iron golems, not us. I think we'd go for glades, it makes the most sense. We'd be able to get a forest warden, so this is an adept hero skill. If a hero in the army is the army leader and the units are in the forest province, they get extra defense and resistance and damage. We'd be able to establish a sacred meadow, so this will boost our food even further. We'd get additional city stability every time they're next to conduits, granting courage at the start of the next combat to friendly units. I think that sounds lovely, and it counts as a farm as well. It is going to boost our nature affinity, so we're kind of going like, you know, overkill in nature, but that's what we are. We are halflings, so let's do that.
There is vigor in the verdant leaf, might in the branch of the yew. Blessed are those who tend to the forests and let this verdant emerald blanket unfurl over the lands. Such guardians of the glade will find that the land repays its protectors in natural power.
So we are ranged, being hunters. We do, I believe, get... I'll have to double check actually if we do get bonuses to ranged, because that would make this Glade Runner incredibly attractive to us. But I think if we had the leaf skin, which gives us forest walk and forest camouflage, and then we also were able to create forests, it makes perfect sense. To do both of those. I usually always go for the unique unit. So it is a tough one, this. We've got the wild speaker, who's also a ranged unit. I'll tell you what, let's go for leaf skin. Alright, so now leads us to the inevitable battle with this incursion. So, let's... You kidding me? Why could she only move to there? And why can't she move? I could have sworn off. Maybe I'm mixing up my... She can't get involved in the battle, and this is going to take 2 turns. So I think we'll just move him to there. I'm not really sure what happened there. I could have sworn it was... Yeah, what's... Yeah, we can move. What's... Why isn't she allowed to get in there? That's unusual. Do I have an invisible unit here or something? Oh, how silly of me. Yes, of course. We have another unit. I was thinking it was just the wild speaker. So let's pull you out of there. Just you. Pull you. Wasting a few movement points there, but never mind. There we go. That's what I wanted. So it's a safe battle. Now, because of this being as it is, I'm fairly sure that we're not gonna... If I lose somebody, I'm gonna manually combat it. But otherwise, let's do an auto. Yeah, nobody's died. We've actually got a yeah, what's this? This is the bannerman, and he's now a veteran, so he's got additional health. How far can our troops venture down? She's probably the one to, yeah, she's probably the slowest of them, so let's just move them as far as she can go. There we go, so they're moved there. We've leveled up. So this is our... Now we did get another... Yeah, we got another shield, didn't we? So this is superior, and it reflects damage, so it's a no-brainer that we need to give him that one. I should have given him that well before now. His sword is a very basic sword. We've got a few choices now, so it just seems like I've forgotten to upgrade him. Let's see. So this one deals additional spirit damage to fiends and undead. Well, that makes sense. I mean, he does spend a lot of time venturing into ancient ruins, fighting fiends and undead, so that would make perfect sense. He's got a mount, and we want to keep him on that mount, so we can't give him that one. Spear could give him ranged, but he's got shield wall and damage reflection. No, I definitely don't want him to be ranged. So I think it makes sense to give him the Mace of Smiting, so we'll give him that. And let's see, so just as a reminder, he can actually summon animals thanks to his study of an understanding of the Tome of Beasts. Poison weapons, well, he does already... No, he doesn't actually have Blight at the moment. So this would give him Blight and reduce his physical damage. I'm not sure if I want him to do that. I think Sentinel would be a good way to go, so let's do that. He is our scout. He's going to head over this bridge and collect something that he saw out the corner of his eye. And it's some ancient tombs that bolster his knowledge. And this must be what we just seen in the Fog of War. So Sage Estoc Risewind of the Free City of Starspire greet you with a sage, vaguely insufferable expression. Salutations, we're in Lordfield, the rat swarmers of Starspire. So these are rat swarmers. They've already gained it. I mean, it seems like everybody's going for the same tome in this map. I suppose that's to be expected given the fact that we're in lush green lands. I mean, you would expect any kind of cultures, civilizations here to study the environment, so you'd expect that, I suppose. It's just a shame that we are all studying the same stuff. So yes, they're adaptable. So they gain experience quite quickly, quick reflexes, so they can close the distance. So there's a bit of a combination here. Adaptable, which is the humans. The humans have got adaptable. And then, of course, quick reflexes, which is what the Halflings have got. Overwhelmed tactics, plus 20% critical hit chance when standing next to a friendly unit with an overwhelmed tactic. So yeah, they are rats. So, of course, as you would expect, in swarms they can be incredibly deadly. However, they do focus more on mystic attunement, so they have spells and magic, so that overwhelmed tactics, yeah, so that's not necessarily saying melee attacks. So if there was sort of a group of spellcasters stood together, they could actually do a lot of damage from range, which is pretty good. Units gain Starblades. I think that affects melee, so that's a bit of a... Astral Echoes are special resources gains through pickups, only visible and collected by... So these are rats, so you would expect them to be able to discover things that other people can't. And Echo Casting allows the use of Astral Echo to replace casting points, letting the user cast spells beyond the limit of their casting point. So this does sound like a pretty good race. They find their strength in fast population growth, overwhelming numbers, so cities require less food. For gaining new population, racial tier units, additional ranks, non-magic origin units are cheap. So yeah, so these sound pretty good. Can't give them anything yet, unfortunately, but it is good to know they're there. We might well become friends with them. So we've conquered this. We are now going to head southeast into the lands of the Haunted Graveyard and make sure that these incursions stop, because the people of Helden are not very happy about that. I'm actually going to have to go on there, in fact, and repair that quarry. So let's do that now. We've also got our sacred meadow down here. We've got our levy camp that we can... I mean, that's going to bolster food even more. So it's going to be like sort of... We've already got 118 food, so we are expanding really quickly. Sacred meadow is also good, and it gives us additional stability. Grants encouraged at the start of next combat to friendly units on this hex. Just this hex. That's a little bit weird. Should have been that province, really. Where do I repair stuff? I would have thought... Oh, you just have to go in here and repair it. Repair this province, it's going to cost us 50 gold, we can do that. So yes, we've just produced a monolith. So you can see our mana has bolstered again, which is good. Let's see. A Lord's Manor. We could get the Mage's Guild. We can't. That would have been boosted had it not been for that quarry being damaged. Let's bolster our production. Oh, I could actually. Let's get the wizard. Let's do this. This seems like it would make sense. We haven't actually got our wizard tower yet. You can see here that it is a very beautiful capital city, but unfortunately, we haven't actually got a wizard's tower. So we definitely need to be focused on getting a wizard's tower. I think the next step, well, let's see what these are doing over here. Rivalries, well, that makes sense. So she doesn't like me very much. I might as well do the same thing. Additionally, a rising rival justification modifier will be gained, which increases by 2 per turn up to 30. Maintaining a declaration costs 10 gold upkeep, which increases by 10 for each additional declaration. I don't know if I want to maintain a... I mean, we are halflings. We're not out to sort of get involved with rivalries and dwarves and things like that. We're not really too bothered about stuff like that. So we'll just ignore her for now. No doubt we will come to war. I think it's important for us to venture north. This is definitely something we need to look at. Food and production are quite low. Should we get a farm? Decisions. I think we'll probably get, if I built this forest, we'd still get a bonus to mana. You know what, let's get knowledge, because 5 turns for leaves again. I get a feeling our knowledge is quite low. 120. Yeah, let's focus on knowledge a little bit. Right, let's take care of some problems. So we've got she's got 48 movement here. He's getting slowed down a little bit by some of the troops. Same here. So let's make sure that we can just pull these troops close enough that they can get involved. So if we went to war here, yeah, they're both involved. It's a safe battle. Let's just see what happens. So again, I'll auto-resolve it, but if I'm not happy with losing anybody and stuff like that, then I will manually fight it. So our entwined thrall is now an elite. Oh, yeah. These little, they can be a little bit... Have a look on here. So elite. So she's got these thralls have got additional damage, additional defense, and resistance. So +1 to them. So they must have only had +1 to begin with. So that is incredibly weak. All right. We do want to venture south here. So we've also got a quest here. If we just have a quick look at our quest, I didn't realise. Ah, so it automatically gave us a realm quest, riding for vengeance because they invaded our territory. So that's pretty good that it does that. So I'll pull them forward a little bit. So, Haunted Graveyard, of course, that's where we're headed. Our scout has now met this land, so I think we'll venture north. We can see a den up here, so we are going to need to... I think we're going to need another army, I feel. Troublesome veterans. So we're given a quest here. Your heroine, Jada Lamplighter, appointed governor of Thistledown, approaches you in distress. Wise King, I would like to ask for your advice on the following matter. A group of disgruntled veterans have been stirring up trouble in the city. They have set up camp just outside the gates where they continue to sow dissent and make demands. Yet the city guard does not want to take up arms against their own. Great King, can you relieve us of these dissenters? This will make the city incredibly happy, and we'll get a little bonus as well, so of course we're going to do that. And there they are. And that's just in Helden as well, so we need to get back up there as soon as we finish this. And inevitably, of course, this infestation is going to cause us some trouble. Same in the north as well. There's a monster's den, so we definitely need to start recruiting more. I haven't used this this mechanic yet. I haven't actually created a bounty, so let's try doing it. Let's see. Impossible. Tugrum will not accept because of their personality. Solitary isolationist. However, Anura might well accept this bounty. Offer a bounty to capture the small monster's den. I mean, that is quite... It's good that you can split it. You are about to offer capture small monster den. Other rulers have 20 turns to capture this structure and earn a reward of that. Other rulers can accept this bounty and attempt to complete it to receive this reward. To be honest, they've got up to 20 turns to do this, and I know for a fact that in 20 turns I could do it myself, so there's no point. No point in doing that. I mean, obviously, if this was right over the other side of the map and there was no chance of me being able to do it, then of course I would. But it doesn't make any sense to do that. Now what I'm going to do is, because I've actually been streaming this for quite some time now, instead of actually looking at these now, I'm going to look at these in the next session, and to finish this session I'm just going to come straight in and wipe out this graveyard. Now we're going to need to pull these in. That was too far, I didn't mean to move her that far. Hopefully she's still, yeah, they are still in range. So I'm going to move in here and we're just going to do this, and we'll just manually fight it because it's the last one. Kind of sounded like we were getting attacked or something there, didn't it? They're all fighter units. This one is a defensive sort of shield unit, but no one's going to be really giving us a good charge, so I guess I'll just move in. Keeping in mind that we do get bonuses to stand together. Now that I know that we can recruit entwined protectors, I'm not too worried about the thralls dying. I don't want them to die, obviously, but I'm certainly not going to be overprotective. Let's just get everybody in. The next stream I do will probably be Rome 2 Total War, to continue on with our House Cornelia campaign. But for now, let's finish this one. So she's actually got some pretty good... Like, she can go toe to toe now. She's got some pretty good first strike. She does additional retaliation attacks. So I am actually going to send her straight in. But I do want to see if I can get a ranged attack. She's pretty good as well. Warding Bond. And she can heal herself. Yeah, she could probably heal herself as well. I might actually cast that on our hero. So she's now going to take half damage. There isn't a ranged unit here anyway, so I am just going to charge in with our hero. And then I'm going to pull... let's see... You know what? I'm going to pull you over here. Pull you over here. That's not what I want. That's not what I... You are not actually what I thought you were. You're a wild speaker. That's not what I want. I thought you were actually the bannerman. You're the bannerman. So I'm actually going to pull you forward again. And pull the bannerman over. Could you go any slower? Let's get you up here. And let's give you a drink. The wild speaker. Let's summon an animal. So we've ended up with birds. We'll pull you forward. Pull you forward, and we'll get a ranged attack. I think. Yeah, so what does Jada have? Cancel Automond, Sprint. Yeah, she has the. She is actually very good on. We'll keep her there for now, but she is actually very good for sort of sprinting round the back and getting some pretty good flanking damage done. He can also summon an animal, so why don't we do that? So we've ended up with a unicorn. Who does very good on charge attacks. Wonder if I could. Wonder if I can still move. No, unfortunately not. That's a shame. I was hoping I could blink there and then do a charge attack from the back. Such luck. And you. Let's get you here. Might be able to freeze him. No, he's resisted that, but he has been slowed down as a result, and so not really going to get that many damage. In fact, I could probably kill him here. Yeah. See, the AI took the goes for the what it believes is going to be the easiest kill. It doesn't matter if it takes damage, it doesn't matter if it's going to die, it just wants to get that kill. Shall we get... She can do a charge attack on the back. Unleash the beast. Who hasn't got XP? I think everyone's had a go now, to be honest, so we can probably... Warding Pond. Which is nice. Let's see if we can get a charge attack on the... What have we got? We've got provoke, we've got restore, we've got cancel warding bond, we've got sprint. Let's just do a charge here with blinding speed. So now every attack on this snake is basically a critical hit. So we'll just finish him off with the thrall. And we'll finish with the butcher. That's not the butcher, it's the alcoholic. Lots of promotions in that fight. We've got a nice bit of knowledge, mana, gold, cleansing boots. Very nice indeed. Pike of the Assassin. So this would actually cancel, disable a mount. So it's got to be somebody who's not actually on a mount. And I don't actually think that that is better than what she's already carrying. I'm thinking of Jada Lamplighter. Is it Jada? Not Jada, the other one. Bluebell or whatever her name is. Let's take the rewards. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the stream there. I'm just going to cancel here. Been playing for quite some time. So in the next session, we've got to head back to... Oh, well... What's this? Oh, we've got another fight to do there, so we are going to be going straight into a fight here on the next episode. Then we're going to have to make it back to the city, quick march, because we've got a fight waiting for us here with some dissenters here from Thistledown. We're then going to have to venture north to take care of this monster den that is now posing a threat to our northern border, and then we have to venture straight over to the west to tackle this encroaching danger of Thistledown. Clearly, I'm going to need more armies. We're going to need to divide our forces, so this is something that is all going to happen in the next session. So I'll catch you next time, and thanks for watching.